Yes, I hear the planes. Oh, yeah. Is that okay for a reading, this music? Or is it too kind of loungy? It's kind of cocktail loungy. It's actually kind of nice. Do that. Alright. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, we're just going to continue our full read. We're on page 48, chapter 5, Nuno's Sword. Was it? Oh, because when it went out before? Was it at a different part? Hold on, I'll check it. That should be okay. Yeah, most in this class have a audio or copy of their own, so. Yeah, I mean, if anyone misses anything, they usually say something like, hey, a part was missed. That's usually what I figure. If it's off a little bit, then someone really wanted whatever piece was missing, they'd message and say, hey, the video cut off. I missed a section and I don't have a audio or physical copy, so. Right. So I'm just going to start on chapter 5, Nuno's World. Oh, hold on a second. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I apologize to those. Some do get offended. Well, like we said, when we're in those classes and we're speaking about reality and the truth, that is very hard when you have these situations where there are children and hostages and people being abused, and the years that this has gone on, if you understand this situation, for us to even be in any kind of state to be able to try to help others understand what's happening here and these networks and the connections. Yeah, they've been using this in cases all around the world in different departments, law enforcement, investigators, to help them understand how these networks work, how they themselves were maybe brought in to get a Karen or a non-vaxxer or a bully doing the drug investigations, and how those things have gotten very misconstrued and people just kind of taking sides and living their lives and getting caught up and blah, 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 blah. Getting fired, hired, reassigned. Right, and then when you are assigned to certain things and you can't look at this, we talk to people all the time that do these investigations. Many need counseling after, have to take a break, you know. A long paid for vacation, you know, especially when they're dealing with such atrocious people like in these situations. So we try to prevail that and display it as much as possible to help people understand those things as well. You're welcome. Yeah, it's sad that some of us are put in those positions. Right, I mean, no matter where you are in the world, if you are aware of these things, you can speak or not speak. If it was your children, would you choose to just not address it at all and sell your vitamins? Right, it's amazing when you look at these people and others that have been speaking out about child pedo groups and these grooming gangs and all these things and the connections there and the protesters and the influencers. And then you see these young poor people, Greta Thunberg and this 19-year-old that's getting hung, was a wrestler, sports player, healthy kid. Right, I mean 10 years ago he was what, 10 years old? Right, and a lot of these idiots and groomers and people from the same networks, Charlie Kirk, you can go back and see how they groomed him too. I mean, I wouldn't even call it grooming, I guess, just kind of targeted, knowing he was a shoo-in, perfect for that slot. Because remember when the colleges and all that was being exposed? And then all the comedians and people were like, oh, we can't talk about this or that, we're being demonetized, and da-da, I'm going to Switzerland. Right, I mean, you could see it in a lot of, like, Jimmy Dore's a great example on his show, Kurt Metzger. Remember, he's like, yeah, the activists, they won't let me perform at the comedy clubs, and yeah, right, connected to the same loops and groups of fucking psychos that have all these underground feeding and chasing lines with child and animal pornography and abuse. Some is fake, some is real. Right, so they're just very aware people, whether they work for somebody or not. Whether they have a degree or a license or a ribbon. I don't even have a name tag. What the fuck are you talking about? Right, my name's Mary. I'm on disability and I've been on the program since I was 18 because of the associations and all the investigations since even before I was born. Alright, so when you start to understand that, and the things that we're saying, we're not bullshitting anybody, and we definitely wouldn't make up things about that or accuse anyone of anything like that if we didn't know it to be true 110%. Right. So that's the important thing and why they're using this case and others to show people how the fuck these sickos get away with it and how many get blindfolded. They've shown other cases, you know, the kids get killed or they get tortured till they die. I mean, getting killed or tortured till you die, I guess it's the same thing, yeah. Right, I mean, it's to the point where the abusers just consider it natural causes because they've tortured and abused them for so long. Yeah, and these kids get medicated, and they get cancers and swollen brains and testicular cancer, you know, by the time these kids are 13. And then when those same people are the ones that have been ignoring and profiting from the things making them sick. It's really demented. I'm not sure how more people aren't kind of talking about that, like all throughout our systems. Adults, school systems, healthcare systems, they fucking promote it. And it's gotten so scary that psychotic fucking foster parents have literally killed children they were supposed to be protecting after being taken out of supposedly abusive homes. And a lot of those people were doing nothing wrong, simply not vaccinating, considered dangerous. They were freaking out saying I was going to kill other people for not vaccinating my second son in 2009. Okay? And when you see that some of these kids were placed into the home of psychotic fucking freaks that push the medications. Fucking one kid got sat on by that fat fucking bitch. She sat on him. 12-year-old kid. Are you fucking kidding me? And when you look at some of these cases and you see they were taken from good homes and they were just labeled dangerous for not vaccinating. Labeled schizophrenic or in a psychosis for talking about the dangers of vaccines. These people are fucking sick and it needs to be addressed. My name is Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. And we will continue to speak out until the proper authorities address what's happening here with our children, you sick fucks. Okay. Much love, health, and peace to you. We'll finish reading later. Yeah, I just got a pop-up there for a few things to go watch for some current events. So we're going to do that. Do some stretches probably. Make a mint tea and a sweet potato is probably what I'm going to do. And we'll do some more reading in a little bit. You're welcome. Yes, thank you. Mwah. What's that? That was a sarcastic kiss. That sounded like a sarcastic kiss. Oh, that's so cute. Mwah. That was for the squirrel. Hey, Squirry. You want some peanut butter bread?